Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I have really been interested in vintage makeup lately, and I found some metal vintage, like authentic compacts at my local vintage clothing store, and a lot of these, as I've been taking a look around, they're also available on Etsy and eBay and things like that. But they're just really, really beautiful and have some really cool features. This one is by a company called Elgin American, and it's from the 1950s. And when I look around, like I said, some of them can be anywhere from $20 to $250. Really kind of, there's a market of collecting on these, but I just thought this pattern is so beautiful. And this one was actually from a company called Stratton, and it was made in Birmingham, England, and this company started in about 1923. So they actually patented this self-opening lid feature. So there's, oh, it's already open, this little button, and then it opens. So this was patented around 1948. So that means this piece was made, you know, somewhere between 1948 and about 1960. And this kind of metal and really intricate designed compacts started to decline in like the 1950s because companies started moving to plastic. So anyway, what I'm going to do today is I've cleaned these up, I've sanitized them, and I'm actually going to depot this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Mellow Wine. I never really reached for this. It's a beautiful shade, and I'm going to put it in this guy. And this is actually a Makeup Geek blush, and it has a little bit of fallout here, but I want to keep it. But this is in Spellbound, and this is actually my 2017 project pan. So I have a couple of tools. I have alcohol, which I've used to sanitize these and clean them up, a bunch of Q-tips, a knife. This is actually wax paper, if you're wondering, because I don't want my desk to be stained with blush. I have a little dropper this is like for baby medicine, suck up some alcohol and put it in once we're ready. And I may even slip in a drop of this bio oil, just because I find sometimes when you use too much alcohol, it can kind of dry out your powder. So we are going to get started. I'm going to move these two guys out, and we're going to start with the Makeup Geek blush and just kind of chop her up and put her in the new compact. So as I'm doing this, I just even think like even higher end brands, like if you even think about, you know, not just the like luxury brands, even their packaging is still kind of, for the most part, it is plastic, and it might have like a gold overspray or whatever. So they really just don't make compacts like this anymore. And I'll show you something really quick. Oops. Like even on this one, I don't know if you'll be able to see, that's my Starbucks, but like the mirror has like this bevel in it, and that's something you see in like high-end furniture and things like that. So like they took a lot of time and care to like craft these little compacts. So I just think they're so cool. So that is where we're at. And obviously, like this pan size is a lot bigger than this. So the product is going to smooth out thinner, but I'm okay with that. So that's what it looks like all in there. So I do have like a little spatula. So next I'm going to take my little baby medicine thing and I put a little bit of alcohol in here. And so we're just going to kind of suck up a few drops of this. This just makes it way easier. If you guys go to your pharmacy or whatever and grab one of these, whenever you're trying to repress something, just throw it in your like makeup drawers. I think it'll be worth it. So I'm just going to add a couple drops at a time and start mixing it up. I think one of the things that I think is really cool about, you know, these kind of old compacts too is like, yeah, if you think about like somebody's grandma was using this thing like 60 years ago, I just think that's really neat. This is kind of the consistency that you want. It's like toothpaste. It's just kind of like, oh, gloopy. So now I'm just gonna add one babyish drop of this. All right, so that's like about as even as I can make it. And what I'm gonna do is just, I have like some tissue and I'm just gonna lay that on top. And this is weird, but the best thing that I could find to fit in this particular compact is this box. So I wanna make sure it's not touching. And that is what it looks like now. Just a couple little holes and so forth, but once it dries, I think what I'm gonna do is clean up all this smudgy stuff and use it. So that's what it looks like now. All right, we're gonna do this one. Hey everybody, welcome back. I just wanted to give you a quick view of what these turned into now that they are dry. So for this one, So for this one, I actually took, see if you can see. I actually took a little seashell when it was still wet and kind of pressed it in to form like a little pattern, just for fun, just because it was uneven, so might as well make it look purposeful. And for this one, I took some little keys. They're little charms that my daughter had, and I pressed that into here, so whenever I use this, I can think of her. I wanted to show you real quick some of the other components that came with these. So for this square one, this was like the little puff, and for this one, I think this one was more obviously like a translucent powder. It came with this sifter, and it still had this little tag, which I thought was so funny. Inspected by. But this sifter would go over your powder and your loose powder, so you only get a little bit. And then this was, I think, just the label off of the original puff. So I just wanted to kind of share this with you. I just think these are so beautiful. When you think about using something like this versus, you know, kind of our modern day packaging, it's just so much more beautiful and something like you would really treasure, as opposed to, you know, kind of plastic packaging, and just kind of turns a $3 blush into something that looks like $1 million. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please like this video, give me a thumbs up, or leave me a comment about some of the things that you're interested in with regard to makeup or brands, things that you'd like to see kind of come back. And I am so happy that you joined me. Thanks so much.